Welcome to the Ultrahuman experience. This session is free for you for the complete experience. Please download the Ultrahuman app.
Let's settle down and get cozy. Bring your full awareness to your complete comfort and focus on winding down in these twilight moments. Gently close your eyes in that familiar resting way. You are here in this moment, and this is restful, resting your mind and body. Let go as best you can of everything and allow yourself to drift into this story. Whatever your day has been like, you can rest now. Let the details you hear pull you into this tale as if you are seeing, hearing, and tasting everything that is happening. Take 3 deep breaths to completely relax. Breathe in and let go. Another gentle breath in and release. Take one last calming breath in and gently breathe out. Now, let's begin the story. Many, many moons ago, in ancient Japan, there lived a loving couple. The husband, Haruto, was warm and tender, while his lovely wife, Himari, was gentle as a jasmine. The man used to cut grass for the farmers, and while he was gone, his wife worked in their own little rice field. The couple longed to have a child of their own, but fate had not bestowed this good fortune upon them. One day, Haruto went to the lush green mountains to cut grass, and Himari decided to go fishing to the river. It was nearly summer, and the countryside was beautiful. The leaves rustled as the towering green stalks of versatile bamboo plants swayed in the wind. Himari smiled as she walked in tranquility through the bamboo forest. The sun filtered through the densely packed grove, projecting thin slashes of light onto her sweet face. The fragrance of the green bamboo trees permeated Himari's entire being. She inhaled deeply to fully capture the sweet and damp fragrance of the forest. It felt so fresh, amazingly green and citrusy. Himari felt herself sinking into a deep, meditative state. As she focused on the sounds of the birds chirping, she continued to walk ever so gently towards the sweet sound of the river nearby. Soon she emerged through the forest and onto the grassy banks of the river. She noticed that the river looked like emerald velvet, and along the edge of the water, the drooping willows were shaking their soft tassels. Watching the soft breeze blow and ruffle the smooth surface of the water into little ripples, Himari inexplicably felt very happy. She found a grassy spot by the riverbank and put her fishing basket down. Before she set to work, she looked into the clear water and saw a school of tiny red and orange fish swimming peacefully. As she was admiring the beauty before her, a great peach came bumping down the stream. In all of her 60 years, Himari had never seen a peach as big or as beautiful. Pink and milky white, the peach looked juicy and sweet. How delicious that peach must be, she said to herself. I must certainly get it and take it home to my beloved husband. She stretched out her arm to try and get it, but it was quite out of her reach. Suddenly, she remembered an old charm. She began to clap her hands and sing the charm. Distant water is bitter. The water near me is sweet. Pass by the distant water and come into the sweet. Hearing her sing, the peach began to draw closer and closer to the bank of the river where she stood. Finally, it stopped right before her, so she was able to pick it up. Delighted, Himari put the peach in her bamboo basket and hurried home. Impatiently, she waited for Haruto to return, as she wanted to surprise him with this beautiful peach. She was sure the pale, tender flesh would be sweet, juicy, and rich to taste. As the sun was setting, at last Haruto came back home with a big bundle of grass on his back. So big was the bundle, he was hidden underneath its weight, and she could hardly see him. He seemed very tired and used his scythe for a walking stick, leaning on it as he went along. As soon as she saw him, she called out, "Haruto, I have been waiting for you to come home for such a long time today." "What is the matter?" asked Haruto, wondering at her unusual eagerness. "Has anything happened while I have been away?" "Oh no," she answered. "I found a lovely gift for you." Himari ran into the little room and brought the lovely peach to him. She noticed the peach felt so much heavier than before. However, she was soon distracted by the sweet scent and delicious aroma of the fresh, ripe fruit. This sweetness is yet another heaven-sent offering, thought Himari. She knew with just a small bite, the peach's rich juice would glide down the throat, and it would quench her thirst. She held it up to her husband, saying, Just look at this. Have you ever seen such a delicious peach? When Haruto looked at the peach, he was greatly astonished and said, "This is indeed the largest peach I have ever seen. Wherever did you buy it?" "I did not buy it," answered Himari. "I found it in the river where I was fishing." And she told him the whole story. "I am very glad that you have found it. Let us eat it now, for I am hungry," said Haruto. He brought out the kitchen knife and was about to cut the peach when the peach split into two, and a clear voice said, "Wait!" From the peach, a beautiful, radiant little child stepped out. The child had pure white, smooth, unblemished skin, clear, bright eyes, with curly black eyelashes and a high-bridged nose. Astonished, Haruto and his wife fell to the ground. When they revived themselves, the child spoke again. "Do not be afraid. Heaven has felt your heart. Every day and every night you have silently cried that you had no child. Your cry has been heard, and I am sent to be your son." On hearing this, the couple was very happy. Finally, their prayer had been answered. They named him Momotaro, which means a peach boy. The years passed by quickly, and the child grew to be 15 years of age. He was taller and far stronger than any other boys of his own age. He had a handsome face and a heart full of courage, and he was very wise for his years. The couple felt a great sense of pride while looking at him, for he was just what they thought a hero ought to be like. One day, Momotaro went into the bamboo forest, for that was his peaceful place. The trees were rustling above his head as the wind blew through the branches and leaves. He took a deep breath in, a soothing breath, a calming breath, as his senses became attuned to the symphony of noises from nature. While savoring the fresh scent of the forest, he saw a single small bird fluttering above the treetop and then flying towards a clearing. Momotaro followed the bird and came upon a man sitting silently in deep contemplation. His flowing white hair and beard suggested years of experience and wisdom. Yet his face was youthful. Captivated by the deep peace and tranquility radiating from the man, Momotaro sat down to watch him. After several minutes of observation, he noticed that the man was meditating on his breath. Momotaro thought this must be a venerable master, a man who has mastered his breath. So he began imitating the master. He inhaled deeply when the monk did, then held his breath, and then exhaled. This went on for a long time, until the meditating master opened his eyes and smiled. "I see you have found me," he said. Momotaro smiled and nodded respectfully. "When the student is ready, the master appears," said the master, and began to guide Momotaro in the ancient art of breathing. Close your eyes and focus on the sound of my voice. Exhale deeply and empty your lungs and your stomach of all the air. Then breathe in deeply as you silently count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then breathe out completely as you count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let us practice. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Every breath is a new beginning. The breath creates stillness and awareness. If your mind is busy and cannot find peace, view each thought as a cloud. Then look up at the deep blue sky and let the cloud drift away. Create distance between yourself and the thoughts. Focus on your one soothing breath at a time, said the master. So Momotaro began studying and practicing with the master daily. He grew in wisdom and above all prized qualities like justice, kindness, and sincerity. One day, Momotaro came to his foster father and said solemnly, "Father, by strange chance we have become father and son. Your goodness to me has been higher than the mountain and deeper than the river. I do not know how to thank you enough." "Why?" answered Haruto. "It's a matter of course that a father should bring up his son. When you are older, it will be your turn to take care of us." And Haruto looked bothered. "I hope you will be patient with me," said Momotaro. "Before I begin to pay back your goodness to me, I have a request to make." "I will let you do whatever you wish, for you are quite different to all other boys," said Haruto. "Far away from here, to the northeast of Japan, there is an island in the sea. This island is the stronghold of a band of demons," said Momotaro. "They invade our land, kill and rob our people. I must go and conquer them to bring back all they have robbed from this land. It is for this reason that I want to go away for a short time." Haruto was surprised at hearing this. He thought it best to let the boy go. He was strong and fearless, and besides all this, Haruto knew he was no common child, for he had been sent to them as a gift from heaven. "You may go as you wish to destroy the demons and bring peace to the land," said Haruto. "Thank you for all your kindness," said Momotaro, who began to get ready to go that very day. Haruto and Himari at once set to work to pound rice in the kitchen mortar to make rice cakes for Momotaro's journey. Parting is always sad. The eyes of the parents were filled with tears, and their voices trembled as they said, "Go with care and come back victorious." Momotaro was sorry to leave his parents, but he said goodbye quite bravely. "Take care of yourselves while I'm away. Goodbye." And he stepped quickly out of the house. In silence, the eyes of Momotaro and his parents met in farewell. Momotaro now hurried on his way. At midday, he began to feel hungry, so he sat under a tree by the side of the road and opened his bag to eat a rice cake. While he was eating, a dog, almost as large as a colt, came running behind him. Fiercely showing his teeth, he said, "You are in my field. Give me all the cakes in your bag and I will let you go. Otherwise, I will bite you until I kill you." Momotaro smiled. He realized that the dog was attacking him out of anxiety. Because Momotaro was a stranger and the dog felt intimidated. Momotaro gazed kindly into the eyes of the dog, then smiled and said, "I am Momotaro. I am on my way to subdue the demons on their island in the northeast of Japan." The dog looked into Momotaro's magnificent black eyes and felt a calm, peaceful energy radiating towards him. For a few moments, both Momotaro and the dog stared into each other's eyes. Momotaro took a deep breath and exhaled. Then, closing his eyes, he continued breathing deeply. Surprised, the dog kept looking intently at Momotaro, then ever so slowly began to accept the feeling of gentle calmness radiating from this stranger into his being. He sat down beside Momotaro and heard him say, "Close your eyes and focus on the sound of my voice. Empty your lungs and your stomach of all the air. Then breathe in deeply as you silently count 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then breathe out completely as you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let us practice together. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inh Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. As he practiced, the dog felt a great burden lift from his being. His manner changed. "Momotaro, pardon my rudeness, and take me as one of your followers. I shall be grateful to you," he said. "I think I can take you with me. Here is a piece of one of my fine rice cakes," said Momotaro. "Thank you," said the dog. Then Momotaro got up and the dog followed. For a long time they walked over the hills and through the valleys. As they were going along, a monkey came down from the tree a little ahead of them and said, "Good morning, Momotaro. Welcome to this part of the country. Please allow me to go with you." The dog answered with jealousy, "Momotaro already has me to accompany him. Of what use is a monkey like you in battle against the demons?" The dog and the monkey began to quarrel. "Now don't quarrel," said Momotaro. "Who are you?" "I am a monkey living in these hills," replied the red-faced monkey. "I heard of your expedition to the island of demons, and nothing will please me more than to follow you." "Do you really wish to go to the island of demons and fight with me?" asked Momotaro. "Yes, sir," replied the monkey. "I admire your courage. Here is a piece of one of my fine rice cakes. Come along." The three companions continued walking through beautiful woodlands and mountains covered with cherry blossom trees. Sprinkled all along their path were thousands of delicate pale pink sakura blossoms, beckoning them to continue on this magical journey. By and by, they came to a large field smelling of freshly cut harvest. Here a huge bird flew down and alighted on the ground just in front of the little party. It was the most beautiful bird Momotaro had ever seen. It was 3 feet in length, and on its body were 5 different robes of feathers. A dark green plumage covered its neck, mantle and flanks. The hood was bluish purple with clear ear tufts. The tail was long and pale grey, and its head was covered with a scarlet cap. The gorgeous bird made a loud noise. The dog at once ran at the bird and tried to kill it. But the bird struck out its spurs and flew at the dog's tail. Momotaro, as he looked on, could not help admiring the bird. It showed so much spirit in the fight. It would certainly make a good companion. Momotaro went up to the 2 combatants and, holding the dog back, said to the bird, "Why are you hindering my journey? Surrender at once, and I will take you with me. If you don't, I will set this dog on you." The bird surrendered at once. Now Momotaro knew that his 3 companions did not get along with each other, so he said, "The first thing necessary in any army is harmony. It is a wise saying which says that advantage on earth is better than advantage in heaven. union among us is better than any earthly gain. When we are not at peace among ourselves, it is no easy thing to subdue an enemy. From now on, you three, the dog, the monkey, and the pheasant, must be friends with one mind. To encourage his companions to become harmonious, Momotaro led them through a meditation to bring harmony and balance. Lay down comfortably. Gently close your eyes. Relax your face and let a soft smile emerge. Let your hands and legs relax. Allow your shoulders to let go by lovingly rotating them forwards and now backwards. Take as much space as you need to bring your body into a state of complete relaxation. There is nothing else to do and nowhere else to be in this moment. Begin to witness how the breath flows through you. See how the breath enters your body, then glides effortlessly through your body. For a few moments, simply focus on your breath. The outside world gently falls away as your breath guides you into the present moment. Now, draw your attention to your belly as you continue to deepen your breath. Focus on the gentle rise and fall of your belly as you inhale and exhale. As you breathe in, deeply connect with your heart and its stillness. As you release each breath, let go of any stress. Allow your stomach to soften as you release the breath. Breathe in the countless possibilities of peace, contentment, harmony, kindness. Breathe out compassion, gentleness, goodness, and graciousness. Breathe in harmony. Breathe out graciousness. Continue to hold your attention on harmony within your heart. Continue breathing. And slowly, the three companions of Momotaro began to smile gently. The feeling of harmony and friendship, kindness and compassion filled their hearts and minds. Over the next few days, with constant practice, the three became the very best of friends. Day after day, they walked through lush, emerald green forests, passing sweetly flowing streams that whispered to the birds. And finally, they came upon the shore of the northeastern sea. There was nothing to be seen as far as the horizon, not a sign of any island. All that broke the stillness was the rolling of the waves upon the shore. The sea seemed vast and infinite. The sun was beaming down upon them, making the turquoise waters sparkle as if a million diamonds lay upon its breast. Now, the dog and the monkey and the pheasant had come very bravely all the way through the long valleys and over the hills. But they had never seen the sea before. And for the first time since they set out, they were bewildered and gazed at each other in silence. Momotaro saw that his companions were daunted by the sight of the sea and said, "Why do you hesitate? Are you afraid of the sea? There is nothing to be afraid of. Close your eyes and return your focus to your breath. Bring your attention to the center of your being." A fisherman standing nearby recognized Momotaro and his companions from the tales he had heard. He offered his boat to the brave warriors as a gift. "Come aboard this boat, my friends, and I will help you ground and release your fears," said Momotaro. They all got on board. The wind and weather were fair, and the boat went like an arrow over the sea. It was the first time the three animals had ever been on water, and so at first the dog, the monkey, and the pheasant were frightened at the waves and the rolling of the vessel. But they continued to focus on their breath, and by degrees they grew accustomed to the turquoise water. Every morning they paced the deck of their little ship, eagerly looking out for the Demon's Island. By midday, they would be splashed by the warm, salty waves, and in the evenings, the wind sprinkled cold droplets of water upon their tired faces. The companions told each other stories, played games, and practiced focusing on their breath. Days passed into weeks, then into months. During this time, Momotaro taught his companions how to go into stillness and the art of hypnosis. As the wind blew in their favor, they made good progress. And one day, when the sun was shining brightly, a sight of land rewarded the 4 watchers at the bow. Momotaro knew at once that what they saw was the demon's stronghold. On the top of the precipitous shore, looking out to sea, was a large castle. Now that his enterprise was close at hand, he was deep in thought, with his head leaning on his hands, wondering how he should begin the attack. His 3 followers watched him, waiting for orders. At last, he called to the beautiful green pheasant. "Fly at once to the castle and lure all of the demons to the top of the castle. Mesmerize them with your beauty and aerial feats. Invite them to watch the show and hypnotize them. We will follow you." The pheasant at once obeyed. She flew off from the ship, beating the air gladly with her wings. Reaching the island, she perched herself on the roof and called out loudly, "Hello, friends. I am here to entertain you. Come and watch me perform incredible aerial feats." The horned demons looked up and, seeing the most beautiful green pheasant, laughed and said, "Oh, how wonderful!" They ran to where the bird was perched and sat down on the castle terrace, watching the pheasant dance. The bird flew round and round, beating the air with her wings ceaselessly, and then performed great feats. Then she began talking to them in a soft, hypnotic voice. Soon, her friend the red-faced monkey joined in to entertain the demons. Finally, as the demons sat peacefully in a mild state of hypnosis, Momotaro and the dog joined the party. As a master of meditation and hypnosis, Momotaro led the demons into a beautiful hypnotic meditation to open their hearts to kindness. Relax with the natural rhythm of your breath. Allow the features of your face to relax. Perhaps even allow a little smile on your face. Relax your jaws. Let your eyes be soft, your brows smooth. Open to the sensations in that region of your face. Sense a lightness in your skull, your head, your neck. Allow your shoulders to fall gently and let awareness move into your shoulders, letting the tension just float away. Sense your hands. Feel them softening. Fill your body with awareness, sensing lightness in your chest and heart, and open to the aliveness of your being. Relax into your stomach. Feel it gently rise and fall. Now gently move to your pelvic region, into your legs and feet. Feel a sense of spaciousness within you. This openness within you allows your own light and aliveness to flow through your being. letting light live through you by staying in this open peacefulness. Whatever waves of experiences are arising within are all beautiful, allowing the sensation of love and light to flood your body. And as you relax, allow yourself to awaken to the sounds of nature. Become receptive to the sensations and energy of nature. Know that you are in the here and now, right here. Explore the presence of the sweet sounds of waves rising and falling outside you and within you. Allow the sounds, the smells, the feeling of the water to heal your heart and let go of any pain, any unpleasantness into the waves. Let the waves of the ocean wash through your being. Trust the ocean to heal you. Don't be afraid of the waves. Receive the moment-to-moment experience, whatever it may be. Let your senses be awake to the sounds, sensations, feelings, and let everything be available in kindness to yourself. Say yes to the moment. Let life live through you. Relax your heart more deeply. Relax your body more deeply. Absolutely accepting and opening to and surrendering the life that is before. Sense the mystery and vastness of who you are in saying yes to life. So saying these words, Momotaro brought all of the demons out of the hypnosis. Having experienced stillness and peace within themselves for the first time in their lives, had changed the demons forever. They sat there calmly gazing at Momotaro and the ocean. In this way, Momotaro won the hearts of the demons and brought peace to them and his land. Momotaro returned home victorious. The whole country made him a hero and rejoiced. The couple's joy was greater than ever. The treasure Momotaro brought back was distributed to the people, and everyone lived in peace and plenty to the end of their days.